Hey guys, it's Destiny, and in today's video, I'm going to be discussing Bronya, who is a highly sought after character on the standard banner. Without further ado, let's get straight into it. To begin, I'd like to talk about Bronya's kit. Bronya is a wind element character, part of the Harmony class, whose main goal is to support the team and further allies' actions. Bronya's skill is able to dispel a debuff from allies, increase their damage, and advance their action by 100%. When Bronya advances an action by 100%, it means the ally is going to immediately act in the turn after Bronya finishes her skill. Bronya's ultimate is able to increase the crit damage and attack of all allies, and her technique also increases allies' attack right when the battle commences. Bronya also has incredible traces, which are talents in Honkai style. She's able to increase her basic attack crit rate to 100%, buff allies' defense in the beginning of battle, and when she's on the field, all allies will do more damage. Overall, Bronya has an incredibly supportive kit and may honestly be one of the best supportive kits so far in the game. Bronya's Eidolons also add a lot of value to her base kit. Bronya's first Eidolon has a 50% base chance to regain a skill point after using her skill, which is incredible as Bronya is an incredibly skill-hungry character, and this will assist with skill point management. Her second Eidolon increases ally speed she uses her skill on, and her fourth Eidolon allows Bronya to counterattack enemies once per turn if an ally attacks them and the enemy has a wind weakness. Lastly, her sixth Eidolon extends the duration an ally has boosted damage from Bronya's skill for an additional turn. Overall though, Bronya has amazing Eidolons and can absolutely benefit from any of these bonuses to her kit. But now let's get into Bronya's light cones. And if you're enjoying the video so far, make sure to hit the subscribe button and let's carry on. Bronya has numerous light cones she can take advantage of that'll further boost her supportive capabilities. Some of these light cones being Carve the Moon, Weave the Clouds, Memories of the Past, and The Battle Isn't Over. For our 4 stars, Crave the Moon, Weave the Clouds is able to have numerous effects at the start of each turn, which is increasing all allies' attack, crit damage, or energy recharge. This light cone is really good for buffing teammates, however it lacks consistency in which buff you'll get due to it randomly picking a buff each turn. As for Memories of the Past, it increases the wearer's break effect by 24 to 48% and regains energy for Bronya. This light cone is great for having additional break effect against enemies, and Bronya being able to get her ultimate faster to buff allies is always a nice plus to have. As for her best in slot weapon, I would recommend the Battle Isn't Over, which is her signature light cone. The Battle Isn't Over allows Bronya to regenerate a skill point from her doing her ultimate after a few uses and increases her energy recharge as well as buffing allies' damage even further with her skill. Bronya's best in slot can definitely buff up an ally's damage by quite a considerable amount and has plenty of perks, which makes it an amazing light cone for Bronya to use. Overall, all these choices are great for boosting Bronya's supportive capabilities as a whole. As for relics, I recommend these relic sets here. The Musketeer set is great as a beginner set to increase your attack, speed, and basic attack damage, which can benefit Bronya's overall performance. Personally, I recommend the Eagle of Twilight line as it increases her wind damage, and whenever she uses her ultimate, she will have her action forwarded by 25%, which can allow her to use a basic attack against a foe quicker or use her skill on an ally to buff their damage for the turn even further. As for the planetary set, I recommend Springly Von... I have no idea how to say that, as it increases energy regeneration, and if Bronya has speed higher than 145, she will have her action advanced by 50% for the beginning of a turn, which could be amazing for quickly buffing allies in the start of battle. Overall, Bronya's relic options are great and also further boost her supportive capabilities for the team. Lastly, let's go over team comps. I'd honestly recommend Bronya on practically any team as she can benefit all allies in all kinds of ways to the point she's an incredible support to have. Some team comps and partners can be Sealy, as Bronya can advance her action forward if Sealy didn't trigger her resurgence during that turn, and overall can buff Sealy even further. Overall though, Bronya is an incredible support to have and will be a character that I feel like will be relevant for a very long time as her role does a lot for team synergies. As for my personal thoughts on Bronya, I do think she's one of the best supportive options in the game, as well as one of the best characters to get on the standard banner. Her kit allows her to help clear a lot of endgame-like content, which can be Simulated Universe, Forgotten Hall, and so on. I personally hope I get her in the game, as Bronya is definitely one of my favorite characters and is actually on my YouTube banner beside all the other characters that I love so far that I know about in the game. That'll be all though for my Bronya video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to be releasing more StarL guides and more character guides in the upcoming days, and I'm actually going to be working on a character guide playlist with EO, as he'll be covering some of the standard characters on his channel while I do some on mine. Make sure to subscribe for those upcoming StarL guides and let me know in the comments down below, which 5-star do you want the most in Honkai StarL? I hope you all have a nice one. Peace.